There is no other place to start this show off than right here with the overtime thriller featuring the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The Vikings take down the Bills 33-30 in overtime. The Vikings move to 8-1. The Bills move to 6-3. The Vikings trailed in this one by 17 points in the third quarter. Come back, win this one on the road in Buffalo with a Josh Allen that had a lot of concerns coming into this game, whether or not he'd play with the elbow injury that nagged him all week. He played. He didn't look different. Maybe I don't know, Aaron. What? Let's start there with Josh Allen's performance in this one and your assessment of his play. 29 of 43, 330, a tutty, 2 interceptions, 84 rushing yards. Your assessment of Josh Allen coming into this game.
Oh, Josh Allen played fine if we're talking about the injury. I don't think the injury halted anything he was able to do. I thought they did a good job of managing him early so that his throws would not go up in the high 60s area, especially in an overtime game. He ended up throwing 43 times, but obviously there was overtime involved and that situation there. But them having to come back at the end of the game. But I think overall they managed him well. I thought his arm looked fine. I think he was short on like 1 or 2 throws at the beginning of the game, but I thought once he got loose, he was zipping the ball in there. People are going to point to the turnovers, the interceptions. Look, the last interception was just a bad throw. I don't understand what he was seeing. It's just a mistake by a quarterback who's really, really good. I don't like to overreact to these kind of games against 2 good teams. Yeah, Buffalo was at home. Yeah, Buffalo probably should have won this game. They gave up a fourth quarter lead. I have concerns about that defense. But let's give more credit to the Vikings here. I think Josh Allen played fine. The red zone interception was on 4th down. He was just trying to make a play through to Patrick Peterson. Again, not a big deal to me. It was either that or throw it away. Either way, they're turning the football over there. So I thought Josh Allen played fine. I think there are things that he wishes he did better. But it's Josh Allen. He's a good quarterback, guys. We expect all these quarterbacks to be flawless each and every week, and that's not going to happen. Josh Allen is a really, really good player in this league, the second best quarterback in football, and he struggles at times because he does try to do too much. But he also single-handedly keeps guys in games, keeps that team in games. So I think we deserve to give more credit to the Vikings today than we do need to take away from the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, and that's definitely where we have to go here. Is talking about the Vikings able to pull this one off again, down 17 entering the third quarter and finding a way to come back. Man, this was such a wild game. I want to take us back through this moment here. This is it, the final play of the game. Well, not final play of the game, one of the final plays of regulation, and the Bills fumble the ball on their goal line. Vikings score a touchdown. That's what sends it to overtime. Let's talk about that play, Aaron, because I'm going to assume, and maybe I'm wrong here, but yesterday you said there's a lot of stupid coaches out there making stupid decisions. And I don't know, but something tells me that this decision might be one of those things that you're talking about.
It is. I absolutely hated that call. I hated that call. Look, I get it. You're trying to run a quarterback sneak just to move the pile, and that's all you have to do. I absolutely hate that call when you're on the 1-inch line of your own goal line. In my opinion, this situation, you're better off doing a lot of different things there. You're better off. The score was 30-26, 27. What was the score at the time? I want to say 30-26, right? So you're better off taking a safety there than you are giving up a touchdown. You're in that situation. I'm lining up in shotgun formation and I'm telling Josh Allen we're throwing the ball. I get it. Why do you want to throw the ball? Incomplete pass, stops the clock. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. You snap the ball. You tell Josh Allen either if the quick throw is not there and available, you run around and you throw it away. And you do that 3 straight times and you're going to waste 10, 15 seconds off the clock at minimum. And then on 4th down, you do the exact same thing and you run out of the back of the end zone, or you know what I mean? And then you get the safety and you kick it away to them. I hate the quarterback sneak there because the one thing the quarterback has to do is get the ball quickly and go forward. This is not a quarterback sneak in the middle of the field where if he gets tackled for a -1 yard loss, it's okay. If you're going to go backwards here, you're going to take a safety. Josh Allen's not trying to take a safety. They're telling him, go get a yard. And because of that, he's pulling out quick. The center's trying to move quick, and it's a fumbled snap. I don't understand it. If you're going to fumble that snap through the back of the end zone and take a safety. And I get it. Coaches expect you to execute that play. But all that does is add extra pressure, or it's not even really a pressure, extra things that the quarterback has to worry about. He's trying to worry about getting the ball and then going forward so he doesn't get the safety, instead of saying, hey, a safety here is okay. It is okay to take a safety here. Let's kick it away and let our defense do what the defense does with how much ever time is left. But you want to run as much clock as you can. Snap the ball, run around, throw it away. Snap the ball, run around, throw it away. Snap the ball, run around, throw it away, and then punt. Like, or out the back of the end zone, whatever you want to do there. But I just feel like the coaching in these situations, they don't think. They really don't. And I'm not saying McDermott's a bad coach or Dorsey's a bad coach. I just think maybe it's the pressure of the moment. There's so much going on around them that they don't really take time to think about what do we want to do here from a strategy standpoint. And again, I'm not sure how much time was left on the clock. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I feel like they could have at least used 10 to 15 seconds at minimum. That's, you got Josh Allen. Him running around back there could be 5 seconds each play, and then throw it away as far as you can. Like, I think there could have been a better way to approach this. And again, I don't ever blame a game on one thing, so I don't think that's what cost them the game. They had the chance to win and they didn't. But I thought that was just a big play for the Bills. It's devastating when you lose a game that way.
Yeah, it was 23-27 at that point. And the Vikings had just turned it over on downs right there. And then there was 41 seconds left in the game for the Vikings to, I mean, really that was it.
The Vikings needed a touchdown. I do agree with one thing that I think, I don't know if McDermott said it or somebody said it, like, you don't want to take a safety there on the first play. Because what that does is it gives them the 2 points. You kick the ball back to them. There's still 30 seconds left, and they only need a field goal to beat you. But like I said, if you run around a few plays, waste some time, throw the ball away 3 times, or at that point on 4th down, run around, take the safety. Now how much time is left? It's 20, 25 seconds. Like, it's a different ball game. And if you might complete a pass, and then you're fine, and you win the game. Yeah, I just didn't love it. I know we're reacting after it went bad, but
and lots of instant reactions to what happened, and it was a big game. This is arguably the best game of the season to watch. It's right up there with Bills Chiefs. It's right up there with Chargers Chiefs has had a good ending as well. Definitely game of the year candidate for this one. Let's talk about the Vikings, though, Aaron. Lots of standout players in this one. Kirk Cousins had 357 passing yards. Justin Jefferson had a big day, career high in yards and 193 and a tutty. Dalvin Cook, 100-plus rushing yards. Like, the stars came out in this game, even on the Bills side, to throw that back in there. What player stood out to you the most? Oh, and I don't want to discredit this. I've said a lot of offensive players. Shout out that man, Patrick Peterson. 2 interceptions, including that game winner. Shout out Patrick Peterson. But, Aaron, who was the standout player from this game to you?
The standout player was easily Justin Jefferson. He saved the game for them. He was the game. I'll be honest. Kirk Cousins didn't play well. I don't care what anybody says or saw. Kirk Cousins did not play well. He gifted the Bills many balls. He throws one up for grabs. This is not a smart throw. It's not a good throw. Justin Jefferson is just that dude. Best player on the field was Justin Jefferson, hands down. Like, he constantly made play after play after play, and he single-handedly kept Minnesota in the game. However, the biggest play of the game, I know people are going to say it's that one-handed 4th down catch. Yeah, because that obviously allowed them to continue. But I thought the momentum changed on Dalvin Cook's when they gave up that 70, 80-yard touchdown run. I thought that was the biggest play in the game because I thought Bills were in control. I thought they had everything going for them. And then he breaks off that big run, and it seemed to shift the momentum. And we all know this is a game of momentum, and what happens after that happens. Now the Bills can't move the ball. Now the Bills can't stop the Vikings. And I think that, to me, that was the biggest moment of the game. The biggest play that changed the outcome of this game was Dalvin Cook's run. I get it. Justin Jefferson's catch was amazing. Probably the greatest catch we're ever going to see, to be honest with you. I'm telling you, that was better than Odell's. It was better. Like, the way he just held on to it and wrapped it around. It was unbelievable. However, I thought the big Dalvin Cook run was the biggest play.
Yeah, it was huge, and that's what we talk about all the time with certain teams in the running game and the running game in general. It's so key. Like, although this league is becoming more of a pass heavy league, and the running back position, we're like, okay, let's throw the running backs to the wayside. Like, running still matters, and when you get a big play like that, it can be a turning point in a game. And Dalvin Cook brought that spark, brought that game changing moment to the game. It's funny that Justin Jefferson catch, to me, like, I might be on like a phenomenal catch, one of the best catches you'll ever see ever. But I don't know if you noticed, but like that DB on that play almost like helped him catch that ball. Like, it was Justin Jefferson's one hand and then the DB's other hand squishing it together. And I'm like, dude, this catch is wild. Like, it's mind blowing.
The problem with that, first of all, the DB, terrible. This is taught at the youth level. 4th down, end of the game, Hail Marys. Stop trying to catch the ball. Your job is to knock it down. Your job is not to go get a stat and intercept the ball. Knock the ball down. If he just, instead of trying to catch it, if he just literally swipes the ball down, the game is over. And he doesn't do that. And it just IQ in football, it baffles my mind each and every week. And I've seen it again. And every time I see it now, it just doesn't surprise me. The selfishness in it, it's not really trying to be selfish, but it's that mentality of, I'm going to get a pick instead of I'm going to win the game.
Yeah, I think the Bills desperately need back Tre'Davious White in these big time matchups when there's a big time wide receiver out there. I think they desperately need him. I wasn't a fan of the secondary play, and obviously they're banged up in the secondary. I mean, Jordan Poyer, Trey White, like those guys all are key pieces that they're missing, and I think they were sadly missed here.
So I know we got to wrap this up, but this is what I wanted to get to when I didn't mention the Bills at the beginning of the show. This is the same thing we saw last year. And we talk about the end of the game, and you had asked me a question about close games and how they lose close games. It's not even that they're losing close games. It's their defense that's elite, that's good all game and all year. They can't stop people when they need stops. And we've seen it time and time again, whether it's 13 seconds against the Chiefs or an overtime against the Chiefs, or it's Minnesota down 17 points. Dalvin Cook runs one. Justin Jefferson on 4th and 18. They go down and score. Their defense is unable to get off the field when they need to get off the field in big moments. That is concerning for me. It's too much on Josh Allen. They cannot put games away. Why can't they put games away? It goes back to the same thing I said last year. They do not have an effective running game. It is Josh Allen. Even that last drive, how did they get to where they were able to get to overtime? Josh Allen was running the football. There is something wrong with the Buffalo Bills when it matters, and I am now concerned that in the playoffs, it's going to matter, and it's going to cost them from reaching the Super Bowl that they desperately want to get to, that they have the talent to get to, but they just haven't been able to get over that one hurdle. It was disappointing for Buffalo not to be able to close out that game.
Yeah, it was. It was. And then you said it earlier on in the show that there are 3 teams that could realistically win the Super Bowl, starting to fade the Bills. He said that at the beginning of the show, and that's a big thing. And I it sucks because at the beginning of the season, my Super Bowl pick was the Bills Packers. That's not looking great now. It's not looking.
Well, you also had the Rams beating the Bills week 1, and the Rams are number 1 in the power rankings, so we know you're a little.
Did I have the Rams beating the Bills week? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
At least in my preseason predictions, I did. Yeah, they beat the shit out of them. Okay, yeah. The Vikings though defeat the Buffalo Bills 33-30. In overtime.